I'm Michael, this is Lexi, and this is gonna be our hinge lift. So I wanna be real clear that the language of different kinds of lifts is unique to each coach, unique to each gym. I try to take a route of making it as simple as possible, even if that means that I am kind of bucking the usual standards. So in a lot of places, people will use the language of a stiff-legged deadlift or a Romanian deadlift as meaning the same thing. I don't like the term Romanian deadlift because it doesn't matter that it came from Romania or Romanian coach. It is a stiff-legged deadlift. The exercise we're gonna look at, what I call hinge lift, a lot of other people will actually call a stiff-legged deadlift because we're trying to limit the amount of knee flexion we use. So again, this is our hinge lift, but other people will, and other systems, will call it other things. Credit to Rob Shaw, Mountain Tactical, for this particular name. So I'm gonna have Lexi set up close to the bar. So she is gonna bring that bar close to her shins, or actually maybe move her shins into the bar. As long as they're close, we're good. We should be looking at about a 1/2 inch to a 1 inch gap there. Second thing is we have Lexi do is push her butt back, put a little bend in her knees to get her hands on the bar. We wanna be able to see a little bit of knurling. If you're big and wide, your hands will be wider. If your thighs are wide, your hands will be wider. But now here's the most important part, is I'm gonna have Lexi push her butt up and back 1 more degree for me. So push your knees back. Load right there, tight shoulders, and stand it up with a little bit of power. Go. Good, and then control it, but don't go slow on the down. Down is gonna be quick. Great. All the way to the floor. So we're resetting from the ground every time. Again, Lexi is always gonna be pushing her knees back, so the hamstrings and glutes are training this explosive up and then down. Fast but controlled. Great. Lexi, I'm gonna have you go for 1 more here. Hit it. Great, and then down. And then relax, please. So with our hinge lift, we're always trying to work as much hip and glute and hamstring as we can with as little quad. The more you are bending your knees, the more you are engaging quad to make that lift happen. Lexi is getting herself into a position where her shoulders are even a little bit below the height of her hips with a long neutral spine. She's got that capacity. If you don't have that capacity, it is entirely reasonable to start your hinge lift elevated off the ground on a pair of 25-pound plates or 45-pound plates. Elevate it to the place that you can get into a really solid position. You'll also notice that Lexi was explosive with this. It is a fast up and then a controlled but not slow down. The hinge lift is an explosive movement. We program these sets of typically 3 to 10 reps. 5, 6 is really the sweet spot for these, because after that we tend to be less explosive, a little bit slower with it. So I'm gonna have Lexi set up 1 more time. I'm gonna ask you for 3 more. So powerful drive, quick but not uncontrolled trip down. Good. When you're in the bottom, push your knees back, push your knees back. There, hold that position, go. Great, that was good. We don't want to see the knees translating forward at all. They stay pinned back. Lovely. Thanks, Lexi. Thanks, guys. That is our hinge lift.